Navigating the U.S. immigration system is a high-stakes journey where the accuracy of your documentation is just as important as the details in a case. Whether you're applying for a family-based visa or a green card, or you're responding with documentation required for the ICE department, every document you submit must meet strict federal requirements. A simple misunderstanding or the misinterpretation of a legal term could lead to significant delays or even rejection of your application, or lead to costly requests for evidence for your case. Understanding these procedural standards is the first step in getting through the process without any unnecessary hurdles. Hi everyone, my name is Jason Elliger and I'm from Taika Translations. With over 16 years working with documentation submitted to all of these organizations that I've previously mentioned, and working with complex legal and personal information cases all across the United States and around the world, we have a track record of making sure that your content is processed in a very professional and accurate way so that the reviewers of your content in any of the departments will receive it and process it in accordance with your application. Beyond our professional record in this industry, this is actually a pretty personal area for me because my wife Maggie immigrated to the United States of America. And we went through all of the immigration processes, timelines, fees, application forms, and substantiation of evidence for our case as we were working through the immigration process. At Taika Translations, we've helped thousands of people navigate the process of making sure their immigration documentation has been processed, accurately translated, and manifest in its English form, and is completely aligned with all of the complexities that are required by all of the USCIS, ICE departments, or other entities that may be reviewing and approving or processing your case. And I legitimately understand the emotional and legal weight of all of this process because we, with my family, have been there ourselves. The specific requirement for immigration translations is actually set out in the Code of Federal Regulations, specifically 8 CFR 103.2b, subsection 3. This regulation states that any document submitted to the USCIS for processing with an application must be translated into English and certified in order to be approved as evidence for the case. It must maintain those documents required, must maintain a translator's certificate, and be complete and accurate to the best of the translator's ability. And the translating organization must be able to fully certify that they are legally able to provide such services on this type of content in connection with your case that's being submitted. So even though I went through this entire process ourselves with immigration with my wife, we still had to provide a neutral third-party certification for our documents to ensure that they would be accepted by the USCIS review. In addition to USCIS, the content must also be admissible in a court of law in the event that it needs to be submitted as evidence in a court hearing. And this requirement is mandatory for all vital records such as birth certificates, divorce decrees, birth certificates, and so on. In addition to this, it's even more critical to make sure that you get the required translation when you're processing a case where there's significant humanitarian basis for getting those documents or for getting your case approved. For individuals providing police clearances, medical records, or specific types of evidences, the translation must capture the exact nuance of the original text. Any mistranslated or misspelled content could create discrepancies in your document and questions in the mind of the reviewer, causing them to doubt whether or not this content that you have submitted to them is whole, accurate, and nothing has been misinterpreted. And if they get any shadow of the doubt while they're going through the process of reviewing your documentation, that's going to be cause for rejection or the requirement for further supporting evidence or maybe re-clarifying or retranslating of the content that you're submitting to them. Consequently, having a partner on your side that knows this process inside and out and has done this for thousands upon thousands of people who have processed their documents in and out of the United States of America today is only to your benefit. And I think more than that, it's vital for your success strategy in working through the process of immigration. Now, beyond just processing the data, what is more important than any of this, I believe, is the protection of your personally identifiable information, because all of these records that you're submitting for evidence in your case contain all of your detailed personal information. And if you don't have a partner in place or just use somebody who's freelance in the marketplace who doesn't have a reputation, insurance, and all of the legal requirements supporting their ability to do business in this industry, then you put yourself and all of your information at risk of being stolen and utilized for devious purposes. In Taika Translations, we understand that in an immigration process, your privacy is at risk, and it is very important to keep all of that confidential. And so we work with vendors in ironclad NDA agreements that are professionals in our industry and that have a track record and the certifications required to process that information, that personally identifiable information, with integrity and continuity of security. Your journey is private, and we're committed to keeping it that way. Ultimately, a professional translation provides you peace of mind that as you work through the process, you're being taken care of and you have the best possible chance of succeeding as you work through the immigration process. If you're working through the immigration process right now and needs a partner who understands the technical, personal, and security requirements needed to be able to professionally process your content, we are here to help. You can visit TaikaTranslations.com right now to learn more about our immigration services. You can also contact us directly to receive a secure link for uploading your private information documents so that it can be securely processed. Please leave your questions in the comment section below, and we'll do our best to make sure that those questions get answered right away. Thanks for watching, and stay compliant.